Previously.
What? Whoa.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
I've got to play in a comic book panel?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. I forgot the name of the game. What Remains of Edith Finch. I just knew it was Edith Finch. I couldn't remember the rest. That's weird. Either way, we just got done getting into Sam's room, and I think we're about to read Sam's book. Or letter, or something. File. Full of photos.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Oh, that's Dawn.
It's too early, Dad.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Oh, come on.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Oh, I missed words.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn on.
I missed it again. Oh, no, I
Let
didn't.
me get behind you.
Oh, I did.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong.
More words?
Now keep yourself squared up.
Okay.
Elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, shit.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh! Well, damn,
Of all
Sam.
these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
But why?
After Sam died,
Twitch, but yeah, they're
my
still
mom and
alive.
Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Why is there a child gate in the middle of this? Oh, that would be why. What is this? Oh.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh.
Back time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Could you play some more?
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Gotcha.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Oh, this is so freaking cool.
Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy.
There we go, whale.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
She killed
Maybe
the
if I
phone.
hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
So he turned the water on himself. Oh, I can swim faster.
I know what happened
In the
wasn't my
bathtub.
fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's sad.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her. We don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Whose wedding is this?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Did I just miss something again?
I wish that I could truly say I
didn't.
thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh. So Dawn did not marry Gus. Sanjay, I guess, is the spouse. Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Anything else I can do
At
first?
the time, it was as far away as she
No.
could get.
Windows next place, so don't click it.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay's the father.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Oh, I was gonna say up
When
or
my
down,
dad
but I
died,
guess I have to
I
go up.
don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Whole little garden.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Whole little classroom.
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
No.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Damn, that's actually not bad either. I can go in.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Is something I'm supposed to do with this? Oh. Okay.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
And now I understand why there's no sprinting. But this is... I gotta go all the way around. A beautiful game. Kinda sad though. And still sketch as fuck. For this house planning.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
'88, 2010.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Psychedelics, man. I was gonna say it looks like I can go either way, but I don't guess I can. Just stuck a boat on top of your house. That's already insanely high.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Looks like a mix between an SNES and a PlayStation 1. I don't want to go there yet. Yep, dude was all about that cannabis.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh. Multitasking.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
I'm bad at multitasking.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that had not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Dude's gonna get his fucking hand cut off, I know it. Also, I'm bad at multitasking, so it's even harder to multitask playing a game while playing a game while also talking.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville, St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
It's kind of a sad story.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
I don't know what the choice was supposed to make, but I just made it.
The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Getting so bad at this.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Actually playing as the guy in the cannery, huh? Found the logger.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
I would not want this job. In a cannery.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Chop sand off. This bottle will not close. There we go.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
What is this game?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
looks like she has green skin.
There was only one thing left to do.
She does
Down
not.
his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
So he laid his head down into the head splitter.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Alright, so don't know how much is left of this game, but I am at the limit, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop this episode here, and if the next one happens to be like insanely short, I'll just have logic tied on to the end. Howdy y'all, welcome back to I lost it again. Edith Finch. What is it of Edith Finch? The strange ending of Edith Finch? Why can I not remember that? I think this game is frying my brain. What remains of Edith Finch? Holy shit. I literally think my brain is in the process of frying from this game, but we just found out what happened to Lewis. I can strongly recommend against laying your head down underneath the head chopper at a summon cannery, if that wasn't already obvious enough. We're still in Lewis's room. I'm about to move out. I'm about to move away from the room.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
And your room is at the very top of the house, huh?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is there anything else to look at first? Okay.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
It's just us three now, isn't it?
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories!
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
This is just sad now. No, the
We'll
whole
have the
game's been
nursing
kind
home
of
send a
sad.
van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
I could believe it.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Just pick a direction and go.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Is this a metaphor or
But now I
a
hope you'll
simile
never see
for a baby being born?
I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Well, shit. That was amazing. I wish there's more of these, and I don't know if there is. But my honest opinion on this game is that it was beautifully made, beautifully styled. That had a rich story to it too. But fuck, that's deep. I need to see if Giant Sparrow made any more games, because that was on point. I would highly recommend anybody wanting to play this to play it for yourself, because that was intense. It was a really good story. And again, the artwork was amazing. I have this on the lowest settings possible and it still looks good. And now I want to see if there's anything after the credits too. There's a lot of members in this team. I was right, Peaches. Annapurna Interactive. It's a shame it took me this long to get to this game, though. But ironically, I was watching a game theory on it, and it said, like, spoiler for the ending. And I was like, yeah, nope, we're not going to watch that yet. And now I guess I get to watch it. There was a lot of stuff in here, too. It makes me wonder if I missed anything. Anything much. That was on point. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you want to pick this game up, I got it on sale with a Steam Summer Sale. I don't think it's too expensive as it is, though. But I would strongly recommend it. And until the next time, I'll see y'all. If you want to see any other games like this, just let me know. Thank you for stopping by.